We're back on the Pioneer postgame show, joined with head coach Vanessa Fyffe following the Pioneers' victory 1-0 over Emory and Henry. Coach, it was a very defensive game throughout pretty much the entire contest. You all outshot Emory and Henry, but you couldn't find a way into the net early, and it felt like the first 20 minutes of the first half, it was kind of leaning their way, like they had all the momentum, and then a flip switched about midway through that first half. You all started starting to get aggressive, pressing up front, especially with Addison, with the goalie trying to get the ball out of the box. And then it seemed like you all carried that into the second half, and then Maya hits just the beauty of a shot and is able to find the net right, with 15 seconds left. So
it was like 28.
Yeah. A little last-minute magic in Greenville for the Pioneers. Just talk about your thoughts of the game and kind of
we, going into this game, we knew Emory and Henry was going to be a tough team. They're a physical team, and that was something that we prepared for. We talked about. I definitely think with our team, we kind of sat in a little bit more, kind of trying to feel them out, trying to feel how they're going to play us today. And definitely we had a few issues kind of connecting, but I always kind of make a joke that we're kind of like a locomotive, got to kind of get us moving. And once they kind of found their mojo, kind of found their motion there, it kind of turned over. And it was them kind of taking a breath. That's a big thing that we talked about at halftime. Just take a breath. We're going to be frustrated. We're going to find a bad pass from time to time, and that's okay. That's the game of soccer. But what do you do in the next pass and be better? So I think they did a really great job of taking that breath, kind of recalibrating themselves, and then able to push through.
And I actually I completely forgot to talk to Maya about this, but your backline defense has been stellar all year, and Noemi has continued to improve, it seems like, as the season's gone on. She had another great outing in the net. There was a couple moments in the first where she may have gotten a little out of position, and Maya comes in. She sends one out. Team save. And then another moment, this one was a little bit close. I don't know if you actually credit her with the save, but she gets out of position again. Bryn's there, and she sends one out. So it just seemed like a nice group effort by your defense.
Defense, it is a group effort. Our goalkeeper has her assignment, communicating, delegating, and our defenders got her back that she has there. So I think our defense as a whole just has a really good, solid kind of connection, and they do a really great job of supporting each other with the switches and the crosses, and that's all credit to them.
And then, we look a little bit ahead. We don't want to go too far, but Sunday you have a non-conference match against Bluefield State. A little schedule moving around with having to play Newberry later on because of the weather. And then you get that little break on Wednesday, and then you got Coker, which is going to be another really tough opponent
100%.
on Saturday. What are you telling your team going into this non-conference game and then coming around the start of the week preparing for Coker?
I think something that we try to do this season is take every game one game at a time, whether it's conference, whether it's non-conference, any team on any given day, so we don't want to underestimate any team that we find in competition. I think the hard thing is to kind of make sure you keep that calibration of that evenness. So definitely preparing for this weekend. We're going to kind of stay on track, do our normal routine going, even though it's on Sunday versus a Saturday. We're going to keep that normal routine for this weekend. And then going next week, we'll get a little extra day off there maybe before we go into Coker on Saturday.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations
so
again on the win tonight, Coach. Tusculum takes down Emory and Henry 1-0. For a full recap of tonight's game, go to TusculumPioneers.com.